I can't wait to duel my good friend Pia in KCC. Is that Phantom Fortress Enter Blathnir? Big fan!
領域展開船水
Hello and welcome to the Chucast show that will be welcoming you back to KCC Season 6, Week 6 versus Pia. Let's get this, Brad. Our record's positive. We're in the race. We got this shit. But that doesn't mean we're going in overconfident. Pia's draft is scary, and we had to do a lot of research. I mean, a draft consisting of Runick, Generaider, Salamangreat, Utopia, Performage, Dinomorphia, DD Crow, Solemn Judgment, and Soul Drain is going to be rough. Especially with his pretty good record placing him towards the top of the leaderboard, we have our work cut out for us this week. First off, research as always. So what do his decks do? Runick Generaider is a deck he gets to play essentially twice per week. The issue comes with the end board. When your deck has a floor combo of hand ripping you for 2 and setting up 2 negates, in a format like this, it's going to be tough. And consider the fact that he can go even further and hand rip us for like 4. And add on to that fact that Salad is a really good standalone deck, and he doesn't even need to bring it since he just picked up Dinomorphia this week. We've got some problems, but that doesn't mean we're without a plan. And a lot of the normal Texan staples do well here. Dark Ruler, then the Kaijus as Blinding Second staples can help pick apart boards and negates, while Cyclone has use in every matchup this week, considering you can remove the field spells, salad traps, or even Dinomorphia cards. So combine that with the fact that just try to play the decks that are affected least by the hand rip, and hope we win the die roll. It's not a solid plan, but maybe it'll get us there. Let's get right on into the games. Up first, we got Crusadia Eldlich versus Runick Generaider. Pia won the die roll and starts with Tip for Fountain, then uses Golden Droplet to summon the horse, allowing him to activate Monstrosity, summoning both Vala and Har from deck. He makes the first Enter Blathnir, and wait, am I getting Mandela affected? I swore Enter Blathnir discarded, not banished. Oh no. You know what? This is fine, right? I mean, another Runick spell in hand lets him hand rip us again, draw 3 cards, and set up UDF. But we can totally play through all of that with... Yeah, no. There's zero way we can win this game with a hand like this. Let's scoop him up and head to Game 2. Game 2, we've opened pretty well, using our hand of 3 Crusadia names to set up Avermax and a live Vanguard. He starts with a Lopter, summoning Mardell from deck, adding Vala, which pitches and revives Har. He overlays for Leviathan, which starts a massive chain. We book a moon forgetting that it's a quick effect, forcing us to use Crusadia power, and since we're gonna lose it anyway, we might as well use Vanguard for Reclusia. Unfortunately, the combination of Jormungandr and Har's effects get around Avermax being a tower, and we're forced to forfeit. Yikes. Alright, going into match 2, we have to do a bit of tinkering. Originally, the plan was to try and play Lich into Generaider, but despite Evil Eye struggling into the hand rip, we don't have much of a choice. Unfortunately, Pia's won the die roll again, and despite a contact C, Pia is still able to set up a Leviathan plus the field spell. We Eldlich to pop the Leviathan, which forces it out, also letting Pia tribute a token to summon Har from deck. What sucks is we haven't seen access to Surzeal, and the level 3s into a Shuriken play ain't enough, chief. Game 2, we're going first, and we start with a Prosperity for Paradolia to grab Surzeal, and with a Selene already in hand, we're able to establish Surzeal plus Retribution, but since we're still a bit new to the deck, we unfortunately banished the Unleash Engrave, meaning our Quick Link doesn't accomplish much. Regardless, Pia starts by forcing out Retribution with Destruction, but he has the Cyclone in hand to banish Celine anyway. Luckily, we have our own Cyclone for Fountain, preventing him from refilling the grip. He summons Sleipnir, and fearing the combo, we activate Contact C to end his turn. Despite some more misplays from us, with Pia running low on card advantage, we've put ourselves in a solid position, allowing us to slowly whittle away at his life points. Okay, game 3, against the rope. Somehow we need to beat Runick Generaider, going second, and then also beat Salad. Pia starts with a Lopter, summoning Mardell the Fetch boss stage. We activate Contact C, but a Runick spell for Hugin and Monstrosity in hand allows Pia to remove the Contact C, still hand-ripping us for 2 and setting up a lot of annoying interaction we need to chew through. Luckily, we have a Cyclone to remove boss stage, allowing us to summon Surziel, adding and activating Unleashed. Very unfortunately though, when we go to equip Celine to Surziel, we're hit by a Cyclone, forcing us to search a second copy with Gorgonio, but he also has a Runick Destruction. This forces us to use the Fodder Engrave to set it back to field, then pop the Enter Blathnir and swing over the Phoenix. Pia activates Jormungandr's effect, scooping up the Celine, so we steal it with Change of Heart, then link off for Asa, reviving it. Which was a misplay, but luckily the 2 Runick spells in hand aren't enough to really punish us, allowing us to make the correct play of making Muckraker to revive Surziel the following turn, getting our interruption back online, and swinging for a large chunk of damage. A Generaider off the top is miserable, allowing Pia to summon Vala, summoning the Mardellingrade to add Lopter. The Surziel pop isn't enough to stop him, and we're forced to quick link before Har comes out. With 2 choices, we decide to link into Gorgon to try and negate something, which ends up being the incorrect play. Making the link 3 would have forced out the Har negate and put us in a commanding position. Unfortunately, misplaying here is the end of the game, Pia making Jormungandr and swinging for lethal. Alright, Eldlich versus Salad. Maybe we can recover some differential and dignity here. With his hand though, we're forced to summon Ryo and hope it's enough. Pia starts by summoning Spinny into Balinx, triggering Gazelle, sending Jack Jaguar. He summons Spinny, overlaying from Mirage Stalio, and here we're forced to Ryo. Luckily this keeps Pia to Sunlight Wolf in 1 back row. Unluckily though, our hand isn't enough to capitalize off this, and despite a Contact C, his deck is able to climb into Raging Phoenix, and well into lethal range. Maybe game 2 will be better. At least this time we're able to set up some interaction with Imperm, Contact C, and Hawkero. Unfortunately, Pia double-blind MSTs the unknown back row, removing just about all of our interaction. As we all know, Contact C is not enough to stop Salamangreat in its track, and he's able to quickly OTK us. Yeah. Misremembering how a card effect works, truly the trap of all time in Yu-Gi-Oh! I feel really bad about losing that game. Regardless though, GG's to Pia. I feel that despite misremembering how Enter Blathnir works, and also the Evil Eye fuck up, I wasn't gonna win anyway? I don't know. It's a little pessimistic, but it's a tough matchup. And the annoying part is, going into the second half of the season, our record's just about even, and it's not going to get any easier. So something has to change, and I think that has to start with the draft. It's clunky to say the least. A lot of our decks and staples aren't really pulling their weight. Realistically, I'm never bringing Vampire to a game. And our staples like Terrors and Heavenly Prison haven't really been pulling their weight. So, what is the solution? There's a lot of really strong archetypes still on the board, something like Zodiac or Dino Package. But investing into those decks would take a lot of points and trades we don't really have. On the other end, there's low-tier decks like Evil Zor or Super Quant, but those don't really solve our dilemma of needing a strong contender for a really good deck to play every week. We need to find some sort of middle ground here. I'd really like some sort of deck that can kind of function with Eldlich. Well, thanks to our good pal Killua and some research we've done, Code Talker might be the best scenario. It's an 8-point deck that historically has been able to play with Eldlich and can seemingly stand on its own. So we need to trade Killua for it, and it looks like he is perfectly fine with taking our 2 staples off of our hands for it, which is really, really good for us. And all that's left is dropping Vampire for 2 decent staples. And after some time, we decided on Typhon and Alpha. 2 really nice going second cards that really bolster just about our entire draft. I definitely think the upgrades to the draft will help. Comment, rate, subscribe. It really helps that channel. And if you want to see more, you know where to look. Bye-bye.